we are going to put the Sonicake Twiggy Blues to the test and see if it can do some classic blues tones. Today we are looking at the Twiggy Blues by Sonicake, which is a analog multi-effect unit. It's got 4 different effects in it. It's got compressor, it's got a drive section based around an amp kind of distortion, a slapback delay and a reverb. And today we're going to run it through 3 different blues tracks to try and get the best out of each and every one of those effects. You will want to stick around to the end of this video because during each and every one of those tracks we show you little tips and tricks to get the best out of each of these effects. First of all, we're going to try and emulate the king of the blues himself. By doing that, we're going to run a really low gain example, almost like a combo amp at the edge of breakup, really cranked. We're going to get all of the dynamics and we're going to run a Gibson semi-hollow guitar to nail those authentic blues tones. The MVP for this track has been the compressor. When engaged, it smoothens out that top end and gives some real sustain. So when there's very little gain to give the sustain, the compressor kind of picks up the slack. So this is where you get those really sweet harmonic sustaining notes without having to push the gain. We are slowing our hand down and getting the cream of the crop with this tone. We're taking the compressor off, running the gain at kind of midway, and we are running through a Gibson SG style guitar, quite a cheap one, but it's got some awesome Fletcher P90 pickups in it, which really give that mid-range growl that you expect from that 70s legend blues tone. The compressor is off for this example, and we did that for a reason. We didn't want the compressor taking away the high end of the initial note attack because the original blues tone was kind of Marshall amp cranked really loud. The compressor would have squashed some of that out. For this example, we upped the reverb a little bit as well, and that gives more of a kind of live feel, which this band were absolutely known for. For the final example here, we are giving it more. We have got more gain, all of the effects added, and there's a little cheeky hint as to why we're using all of the effects just after this video, so stay tuned and watch out for this really cool little trick. I did promise a tasty little trick, and that is what we've got with the slapback. So we're not using it as a delay pedal per se. I've turned the time down so that it is almost on top of the original note, and what this does is almost acts like a doubling effect. So it almost sounds like what you might do in the studio where you multi-track guitars to make it sound fatter. And in this example, it really thickens everything up, along with the reverb adding a massive space and the gain at full. This really does nail that more tone that you are after. For my money, this has nailed those tones across the eras for blues. At a push, it could probably do some classic rock as well. If I'm being really nitpicky, I would have liked to have seen a boost after the drive section for solos, but for the money, I think this is a really, really cool product, and I think it could really work as a backup. If you want to find out exactly how well it stands up as a backup, if you click on this link to the video, our friend Josh has done a video on that. Woohoo! Click on that, click it, go, click, click. Thank you for watching, subscribe, all that jazz. Cheers, bye.